It's 320. It's 320 size wire. Normally use 180. So it's a big wire. Okay. There should be a very good helper. And if you're doing on your own with a tech or with a nurse, then it is very important that while you're removing the bulb, your wire should be there. See, then in a very complex lesion in which very long sessions or many runs of rota are done, so we are very careful about injection after the rota to see any leak, any perforation or anything, and what is the effect to this calcified lesion.
Sir, why there is a need for 300 centimeter wire? Can't it again with 190 centimeters?
Well, actually, the system, the bulb, it is long. So we have to take there, okay, and the whole system is there. It will not allow 180 because we have to take out the wire from the end of the system there, okay. And whenever we are doing exchange length procedure, we are using more than 300 centimeter wire. You cannot exchange OTW balloon, or there are ways by how the people exchange this, but for rotations, you have to take anything which you can exchange over the wire. Either way, you cannot exchange something on 180 or 190 centimeter wire. So you have to do the 300 centimeter wire. And then balloon angioplasty and standing in a way. I did my first 20-30 patients with 7. Why? Because when you are doing rotational atherectomy, there are small pieces, small particles of this modification, the calcified. There should be good engagement, but on the other hand, there should be no pressure damping as well. I have already told workhorse wire, cross the lesion using the workhorse wire with microcatheter, exchange workhorse wire with rota wire over the microcatheter. We use OTW balloon just to save the money, and then use wire. Okay. When we'll tell you, we'll also important thing is the rota is moving like rotations. Okay. The wire coming out of this system, this link device, it should be fixed. It should not be like this, then when this is rotated, the wire is also rotating. It can damage the distal vessel. So it is important that your wire is also fixed there. I've already told about administering vasodilator to rule out spasm and everything, so that the spasm is also important in that the differential cutting is sometime can be non-differential if there is spasm. Because when there is spasm, the normal elastic tissue which has to be moving out of the rotator and giving the space to the rota bar will not be there when there is spasm. So it can damage the vessel wall. The famous this draw thing of whenever during my first this session, so there they say draw. So just remember draw. Afzal Saab is there. Yes. So draw. So okay. So remember draw. It's dripping, wire dripping throughout the length of this rota system to the tip of the bar. There should be dripping of our solution which we are using. Why? Because there should be no friction there. The rota should be freely moving within the system. So dripping should always be there. Normally, rota glide is there, but in Pakistan we are not getting this rota glide, so we are making our solution through normal saline and then nitrate and then heparin and then check the rotations outside the body of the patients and see it is from best is to set it from 140,000 to 160,000 RPM. It's the safe range. Check this, and the operator should be knowing what are this RPM you have set, because while doing the rotations, you have to see, you have to notice, you have to keep in mind the dropping of this RPM, which is very important. Advancement of and width of the bar on this system, outside the body will check that there is free advancement of the bar on the wire. And again, as I told you, the brake is on, the wire should be fixed. It should not be like this. When you are moving the bar, the wire should not move backwards and forward according to with your packing movements. It should be fixed. So this draw should always be checked. When everything is attached of the rota system, and you have taken out your bar on the wire, before pressing the wire connector to put it in, you will check the draw. First draw is checked, then you put the bar in the catheter and the patient. I've already mentioned confirm grip, confirm while grip, use packing movements. While during the rota, it is very important that you do packing movement. Packing movement is like you are going, you are pushing, and you are coming out fast. And while you are coming out fast, you should be noting that there is no stuck of your this thing. It's not stucking. Otherwise, stop there on the. You will stop your rotations, which is in this system in your feet, when this bar is on its resting side, its resting position. You have moved forward, you come backwards, and then you can take your feet from the, because it's our reflex. Reflex is whenever there is anything wrong, we move away. But in this rota, you need to move away only when your bar is at your rest position. It should not be on the within the lien, because as I told you, it's giving the atherectomy, it's doing the atherectomy only moving forward movements, while on the backward movements it's not doing anything. That's why it sucks. So you have to stop your rotations, which is in your feet, when it's in the normal of your normal landing zone, we can say. What we say is your takeoff. So your takeoff side should not be calcified. Avoid decelerations. As I told you, when we know that this is the RPM, we said say it's 160. Don't allow more than 30 to 40 decelerations. If the deceleration, what deceleration indicates? Deceleration indicates that in any calcified lien, this rotation speeds are coming down because of the lien. It's not working. When there is deceleration, always come back with your hand and then take a rest. Short runs, 15 to 20 seconds, not more than this. Why? Because when we are doing this, there is heating generating there. It can damage the vessel. That's why we have also checked the dripping, but it should not be like long runs. There should be short runs there, packing movements there. And we have to continue until bar passes easily through the lien. Once it is through the lien, then you stop, give a polish run, and finish this rotation. You see the packing movement? The bar is facing some difficulty, but then the operator is pulling it back. You should not stay there. If it's not going forward, do not stay there. Do packing movements, do repeated movements, not more than 15 to 20 seconds. Give time to bar to cool down, and then do again. Again, avoid decelerations. Keep atherectomy durations less than 15 seconds. Packing movements like you have gone there and come back there. It's not like you are staying there. Pause between the run. I will request Dr. Usman to come on the next slide. Thank you very much.